Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here today. I'm Ingrid Carlson, and I just want to give you a big welcome, whether it's your first time ever watching me or if you've watched me before. I am seriously elated that you are here today. I'm really excited about this video because we are going to be starting to do prep for our November Bible study. All the information on the Bible study will be dropping on November 1st, including the kit, which you're going to see a little later in this video. I'm going to do this whole little mini journal with you using a paper bag and the kit. I'm actually going to be doing the Bible study a little different, and I'm going to be using note cards or a note card kind of system, which I will show you on November 1st. But for those of you that want a traditional album or journal, then I wanted to build this one using a paper bag or a lunch bag for you. The first step to getting our bag prepped is that we're going to find our 3 sides. And however this looks to you can be different than what you're seeing here. Have fun, be creative, make it your own. Whatever brings you joy, that's what you'll do. But I just started off by measuring out my bag into thirds, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut that top flap off, which is kind of a gusset. And so we will be cutting that off. That does 2 things. One, it takes off that gusset extra piece of the paper inside of our bag. And then also it allows us to make pockets. And who doesn't love pockets? Then I will glue all the extra pieces down that I don't want open, including wherever I want pockets. So in between the pages, I'll add some glue there, and that creates my pocket. I am so excited to be sharing this kit with you guys. It is a gentle reminder of God's beautiful creation around us. I love this kit so much. It has beautiful yellows and soft blues. It's got these beautiful birds and lots of yummy vintage images. I pray that it adds a little bit of beauty to His already glorious word, and I pray that it brings you some joy. Now that my base is built, I'm going to start by decorating the pages, and I want each of the inserts that I'm making here with my pattern paper and book page to be just a little bit smaller than each square in my journal. That way I can see that yummy craft paper underneath. I love these hand-drawn designs. They kind of remind me of flowers. And when I open up this book, when it's done, it reminds me of a beautiful bouquet. And if there's one thing I will always be a sucker for, that is a vintage book. I absolutely love this vintage dictionary, and I have a little secret, and I want to know how many of you can relate to this. I get vintage books with every intent of using them, and then I can't cut them. I cannot use them. So in this case, I finally got another vintage dictionary, and I decided this one is gonna get used. I'm not going to cherish it in the way of having it as a whole book, but I am going to cherish it in my artwork. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the Bible study before we begin. It's going to be based off of Romans 12:2, which reads, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect." The Bible study is designed to guide you through the renewal of your mind, rooted in the truth that God is sovereign over all things, and that it is by His grace that we have the power to transform the way that we think and that we live. Each day focuses on us deepening our faith and aligning our mindset with God's Word and stepping into the identity and purpose that He has for us. The main point of this Bible study is to get you more into God's Word. If you want to add all the bells and whistles, then feel free to do so. But if all you have in your wheelhouse right now is to listen, then just listen. If all you have is to write the verses, write the verses. There is no wrong way as long as you're coming to God with an earnest heart. For each of the 30 days, I will post a YouTube video showing my process of designing and decorating, and then we will also read the Bible verse together as well as pray. I really hope that it is in your heart to join me, and I can't wait to get started. For the front cover, instead of creating two separate little panels, I decided to do one piece. That way, it's going to give my journal more structure, because this is the piece where the actual signature is going to get bound in. And so I find that it's a lot better and it gives it more strength to have one solid piece here. Make sure that if you do the same thing, that you pre-score your line so that it makes the folding a lot easier. Here I'm using one of the printables that I printed on wax paper. This is actually the first time that I've ever tried printing on wax paper, and it was about a 50-50 success rate. You can see that there's some blotchy lines on the paper, so it wasn't perfect, but I really didn't think it was going to work at all because of how slick the wax paper is. And if you want to know how to do it, I actually followed my own tutorial. I literally pulled it up on YouTube and did the exact same tutorial as I have on my channel of how to print on tissue paper, and I'll have that linked down in the description below. To create my signature, I'm going to pull out 8 pieces of paper because each piece of paper is going to give me 4 sides. So 8 times 4 is 32. That gives me plenty of space to have one for each day. But don't worry, you can use less and add tip-ins, or you could do more and do 2-page spreads. Really, it's up to you. Now, I know that because my spine is not very big, this is going to be a chunky alligator journal, and I am totally okay with it. To pick out the papers that I want in my signature, I just picked out some papers that made me happy and that I thought would go really nice with this kit. And I'm going to start by making one that is going to be my guide, and then all of the others will be nestled either inside or outside of this piece. For the binding, I'm going to do a simple 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And if you have questions regarding this stitch, if this video is going a little too fast, you can do 2 things. You can either slow it down and watch it that way, or you can look at my video that I have for the 5-hole pamphlet stitch. It's the exact same method, except we're making it a little simpler and only using 3 holes. It really is a great stitch to use for binding. It's easy, it's fast, and it works really well. Also, can someone go yell at past Ingrid, because she left me this jumbled mess of threads. The good part is she did have a blue thread already on a needle, and it'll be perfect to use for the binding. I wanted to be the gentle reminder for you today to remember that you are strong, you are beautiful, and you are chosen and loved by God. I wanted to add a little hand touch to this page. This is going to be the first page when you open up the journal, and I wanted it to say renew, because that is what this study is for, and I wanted it to be in the forefront every time that I open the journal, that I'll see that. And if you think that you don't like your handwriting, I've been in the same boat. I want to encourage you to write the things in your own writing. You are going to thank yourself later when you go back and look through your books, and you can reminisce about what you were going through, what you were thinking when you made that. And then your future generations, your kids, grandkids, family, friends, whomever that comes across these books is going to love it even more because it has a piece of you in it. I'm going to go ahead and let you watch the rest of the decorating process. And I just want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for all of your comments, your love, your likes, your shares, all that. It really means the world to me. And I couldn't do this without you. And I want you to know that. That is earnestly from my heart. I just thank you. And if you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to pause this video right now, go do that, and hit the bell so you get notified anytime a new video comes out. But until next time, love you. Bye.